These are my favourite games, when you can build railroads in order to escort your units to the front line. There's something pleasurable about it. It's just wonderful. So much fun. Actually, I can get my anti-tank crew to this tile and make that attack next turn. And luckily, all the bombers I'm buying in that city are just dumping themselves into this city. 80 strength. The fact that there's a vampire sat in it is causing me some problem. But, luckily, my bombers are bombtastic. Which again, is a technical term. To be bombtastic. I bombtastic, you bombtastic, he, she is bombtastic. Just in case you needed to break that one down at all. God, those hussars are tough. Oh, huzzah indeed. Another little coastal city as well. If they haven't got a vampire in it, then it flips quickly. Doesn't have anywhere near as much defense as it should. Come on, Victor. Get a move on. There we go. Is this actually a different continent for me yet? It is a different continent for me. Okay, so we are finally fighting outside of Southern Europe properly here. So maybe I need to stick the diplomatic policy slot on just to make that a little bit better. Maybe. Oh, this city's finally hit 16 population. That means once the seaport is done, I'm going to get rocketry done. I was waiting on the spaceport in my Pingala city until we'd sort of sorted that, but that's fine. Every single trade route I send to Hattusa gives me a wonderful 3 extra science. It adds up so quickly. I haven't even got the policy cards to really boost that through. Hang on, have I got another one here? It's got to be suzerain, or close to being suzerain now. Yeah, one away. Oh, I love playing as owls. As soon as that flips, every single one of those trade routes will suddenly be worth an extra 2 food and 2 production as well because of Wisselbanken. Anyone watching this know what Wisselbanken actually stands for? I have always had the feeling that it's probably one of those European words that very literally translates to something, but I mean, my knowledge of European languages is pretty terrible. Oh, why can I always forget this, but Himiko can't give envoys to someone you're at war with. It's so boring. Alright, I'm going to skip through and just send her over to Yerevan. Yerevan's not on my side anymore. Oh, I'm at war with Yerevan as well. Oh, for goodness sake. World, stop it. Guys, stop it. I don't like it. I think I've just about managed to get Catholicism onto most of these little Greek islands now, which is relatively amusing. Slowly, 733 science. Oh god, I forget, just every single one I convert just gives so much extra science once all the temples have been put in. It's a magical thing. It's a magical place where popes can be Catholic. It's called Greek Islands. I mean, again, I have no idea how British that advert is in the grand scale of like references that people may or may not get, but you're welcome if you did get it. There we go, 712 gold from that trade route. I don't know what, yeah, I think the gold you take from trade routes has got to be in some way related to the gold that the route was producing. That has to be what it is, but like, I swear sometimes it just has no resemblance to reality at all, or anything that's actually happening in the game. I swear. It probably does. It probably makes perfect sense, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this one galley is just going around being really annoying, just stealing all the harbours. It's at times like this on playthroughs that you wish, you know how you can change governments as you go through, so like you're fascist and you change to democracy or to back to classical republic or whatever it is. I wish you could change the buildings you had in your government plaza. Like at the moment I've got the ancestral hall there and it's like, it was really, really useful, but I'd love to be able to convert it to a warlord's throne because of course we are going super aggressive now, so like having all of my cities with 20% production would be amazing. Alas, no dice. Oh my word, actually look, there's a vote in one turn and I just got an emergency. So I'm actually going to be able to vote this time round. Democracy truly, it will be for all. I could sell my votes for 94 gold per turn. Oh, you know, who cares about voting? I'll take the money. Thank you. I'm sorry, Hungary, but get out of my land. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pex. Another city for me. Totalitarianism boosted. Interesting. Well, we'll keep an eye on that one. And Pingala has just got neutralized again. Poor Pingala. What are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? Actually, is Rome... Do you have any luxuries here? No, you don't. Oh my goodness. Rome is about to get happy. Like, proper happy for the first time. For the first time, it's happy again. It's my only ecstatic city. Oh, beautiful. There you go. Trade route to Hattusa. Boom. It's onside, as you can see by the huge visibility boost. Oh, actually, I did do it that time. Good. Right. All of my routes to Hattusa now are going to be delicious. Got quite a few of them. Oh, now you want peace. Dido wants peace because I'm plundering her cities. I'm going to wait just a turn or two because I sensed that with your unique harbour district, there'll be a lot of places for me to go. Portugal wants peace as well. It's interesting that, isn't it? Now that the emergency's over and now that I've got the upper hand in the sea, which for Portugal is a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, it's not good. I'm even pillaging up here. 7 damage to my ironclad. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is not good. Right, I'd love culture bombs. Hooray! And I'd love it if it was unavailable to neutralise governors. Again, there's no point in me voting hundreds of times because the AI had so much diplomatic favour. It was crazy. Foment unrest. Okay, and I do get culture bombs. Well, that's fun. So the moment my cities are attacking with 60 range strength, I believe I've just unlocked machine guns. Machine guns are useful because they have 85 strength, so hopefully, yes, there we go. That's a bit better. My cities can actually kick back a little bit more. I'm slowly building Big Ben down here, by the way. It's taking forever. Forever! Oh my god. But yeah, apart from that, getting there slowly. I have to say, by turning the rivers, the Danube, in this particular case, into very long actual rivers that you can sail boats down, that very much has screwed Hungary over this game. I feel for them. Yeah, you'd be annoyed if you were Hungary with your ability to build districts over rivers and to get that and be like, what am I supposed to do with that? I do feel for you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There is some good plundering from Carthage. No wonder they wanted peace. No wonder. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. Oh, yes. Actually picking up a large chunk, very large chunk of gold. I wonder if I could use this in some other way. We've got the seaports finishing here soon. Yeah, just getting more bombers at the moment. I can afford a lot more in terms of my aluminium costs. I think that puts me to 8 bombers, which is always good. Once you start getting towards a dozen bombers, then pretty much any war you could ever go to becomes almost trivial. 20 population London, 21 population London. It grew before my very eyes. Look at that. Very, very good. I really like scripture, but I'm going to switch it with triangular trade just because I get half the faith, but also a bunch more gold. So it feels a bit unnatural. Don't like getting rid of scripture when you're playing such a heavy religion game. Works so well. Bissellbanken's good, Merchant Confederation is good, Raj is good. I could get the 3 loyalty per turn for all the cities I'm conquering is very useful, but the thing is I'm conquering them so quickly right now. It doesn't really make much sense. I've got plenty. I'm going to put Trade Confederation on though, so we're basically making my trade routes even better than they were before. Failure. Oh, my spy was killed in Fez. Dear oh dear. That didn't work well at all. In fact, that was the opposite of worked well. It worked terribly. So that's scorched earth. Here is mobilization. Then it's ideology and then a government. What are we going to do for governments? I like to think that democracy has got to be the way forward just because of all of the city-state trade routes we've got and then also all the extra amenities across my empire. Yeah. I think that's got to be the way. Communism would be decent if I had all my internal routes. I have such a tech advantage. I don't need the combat bonus from fascism. So that is a thing that I'm not really worried about. 54 techs versus 43 versus 39. So I'm actually 15 attacks ahead of the next proper AI and 10 ahead of Babylon, who, as we all know, don't count as proper AI because they are silly. Again, as well, it's worth pointing out that yes, I do know that my bombers have promotions. I do it deliberately. I like to save the promotions for when I know the bombers need healing because I hate to just leave them turn by turn healing. So that tends to be what I do. It's just sort of a habit I've got into. It's probably not the most effective thing to do with them, but it works well for me, so I'll take it. Here goes an aquarium. Bang. Okay. We are starting to put in a lot of entertainment buildings now. I'm really hoping this is turning the tide on the happiness of my empire. Not that we had a problem, but it does help a lot. Look at this triple pillage here. I'm looking forward to this one. Boom. Oh, I only get the one, unfortunately, but it did count as 1,249 gold. That is nice. I'm going to lose this ironclad though, so I'm just going to see if I can wrangle a decent peace deal from Portugal. Oh no, now they want my money. Okay, they're annoyed now. They want their money back. I mean, I get it, but equally, I'm actually fine, so let's not worry about it. Look at this 11 population monster. It's a pest, if you know what I mean. No? No? Oh, come on, that was good. Wow, I did not expect that. That was a cavalry attacking a warrior army, and I only did 70 damage to it. I mean, what are they made of? Bloody hell. His wolf hat is giving him exceptional powers. Look at this. I have I have cavalry with actual guns, and he has what appears to be a stone mace with some spikes in it, and the wolf hat, and he managed to fight that off. That is staggering. Quite a fun little 1-2 going on here. I managed to build an ironclad in this very long river, which is quite handy. So let's go take Abuda and Tata in the same turn, which is pretty decent. Get away from me, vampire. Don't need to fight you anymore. Oh, here we go. A water park has appeared right in the middle of all of my Italian cities. I think that was a pretty good radius. Look at that, 9 city centres, 8 including Bologna, well if you take Bologna out, but that's okay. Get the Ferris wheel in there and then get the aquarium in. Delightful. Oh, all of the cities are slowly coming around. Another little combo I've got going here. Let's just kill that on Hungarian city and then sail down the river again to take this one out. Finally, this city over in this direction. As I mentioned before, I've got so many planes now that it's really not proving much of a problem. Oh, my word. The cavalry is terrible at hitting cities, apparently. But never mind. That's that city taken. And Hungary is out. They're so respectful. I like the fact he gives me a little bow when he gets knocked out. That's a good touch. I'm not at war with Poland or Germany, so I think my next targets have got to be Gaul and the 2 Frances. Let's go over the Alps. It's going to be quite tricky to get my first few troops over, but as I mentioned before, it's just building railways. In fact, I actually haven't shown you my railway in some time. You don't really care what's happening in this game, be honest. It's just about the railroad. 146 results. I'm connecting up Italy now, which is quite nice. I've got my railroads going through all of Greece. It's beautiful. I'm actually going to start building in Africa soon now. So, you know, I take this very seriously. It's the most important part of the game. The Papal States have entered the information era. Satellites now unlocked. Still building the spaceport. It's going to take a little bit of time for that to happen, but I am starting to send trade routes there, so that'll speed up nice and quickly. Nanotech, of course, being the next one. We might stop by stealth bombers just because it's really good fun. Oh, toys! Yay! Give me toys. It very, very basically does a kind of a little bit of stuff. I have 2 ecstatic cities, but the good thing is Rome is one of the ecstatic cities, so that's really, really good. This city, not so much, but I am starting to build spires and I'm going to flood my spaceport capital with them, so that'll give it tons of amenities. What's this one? I have 3 cores in my military. Do I really not have that? I feel like that is one that I have no excuses for, so let's just quickly go and core some of my units up. I've got plenty running around, like this cavalry for instance. That's perfect. There we go. That's 3 cores, and that is mobilization. I've got a nice machine gun army there. Nice stuff. Ideology, and then we can go through. Luckily for me, my bombers are beginning to arrive now, so the fact that they have super strong cavalry now invading my land is less important. And don't forget, every time you use a bomber to kill a core, you get a 3 era score. And a really annoying animation that pops up, like, every time. It's okay, though. It's fine. They are so politely leaving units for me just to bomb over and over and over, and it's giving me so much era score. Geneva, why have you lost your walls? Come on, get better. I'm not having to fish you out. I mean, I haven't had the Geneva bonus in so long, seeing as I've been, like, forever at war this entire game. But oh, go on, man, I'll help out. I'll help out, but just this once. Just this once. This one galley that I stole from Cardiff has earned its money so many times over. That's about the 7th or 8th trade route that it's plundered. I think it was like 200, 300 gold to levy the city-state. It was amazing. It was so good. Triggers the Eureka Amendment for computers and lets the city have 1 more district than normal. I'll take it, but Eiffel probably would have been more useful there. I can rush Eiffel though, so yeah, let's do that. Actually, I'll spend some money on Eiffel. I'm just still plundering so much stuff up to the north that you never know. I might grab another harbour or another trade route. Oh yeah, we can get this quick. In fact, speak of the devil, I can steal that. Another 300 gold there. Very good. First mountain tunnel. It's literally the only way to get through Venice here. Is just a mountain tunnel round it, because they are proving difficult to navigate. Actually, this is where I want to build a mountain tunnel there. It's all these little breaks in the mountains that stop you from travelling too fast. That's what I need to get through. The Ottomans have finally denounced me. That's exciting, because they had the wonder I wanted. I actually don't remember where it was. Somewhere in the middle here, wasn't it? I think we're just going to have to keep Keep stealing cities until we claim it. Is there a more sensible strategy than that? I don't think so. There it is. The Alhambra. I even put a little sticker over it. Of course I did. So organised. Oh, I fell was just stolen. Oh, it's literally the turn. The turn I could have got him. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, we'll just hang on then and wait until we get some rocketry-based scientists. There's got to be a few. What are you doing skulking in the sea? It's quite a powerful unit, actually. Let's get that. It's a core, so we get another era score. Lovely stuff. You can see we're actually getting to the point now where we can go and invade France. Now, I need a bit of a land army in this direction to go and do it. I've got lots of machine guns and things, but not really a good land army. I think a tank. A tank will do. Yeah, why not? Still settling cities in the middle of all of this, which is quite pleasant. I quite like the... Let's go and get the citrus in that direction. Lovely. Spies! Finally getting spies. Quickly! Into Castel. Don't forget, every spy gets 1 amenity and 4 extra loyalty. Not that loyalty is really that important, but the amenities certainly are. Synthetic materials is going to help because helicopters are awesome. They're really, really good at pillaging, and pillaging economy is kind of what I'm doing a lot of right now. There's not a huge amount of campuses in France. There very much never are, but boosting through culture by pillaging all of the theatre squares is a massively useful thing to do. There's the first city from France, though. Huzzah! Annoyingly, this is one of those things where I'm fighting Eleanor of Aquitaine, and if I do that, I'm going to end up losing loyalty very quickly. So we need to take a lot of cities in a very short space of time. What happens if you settle right on top of a Barb clan? Will barbarians pop up underneath the city? No. It was fine. Also, it's Washington, so we've gone fully around and we're settling American cities now. Too many papal cities. Oh, you know what I could have been doing? Using Hercules to get spaceports. Okay, that would have been the clever thing to do. Well, you know what? Sod it. We'll rush it. Okay, launch an Earth satellite. 12 turns. Wow, these things take a long time when you don't have a huge production base going on. There you go. Oh, ideologies as well. That's gone through. We can now get 5-year planning. That's quite a good one. Triangular trade, giving me faith in gold. I think a 5-year plan is probably better to have in, but we do need to convert some things now. Right, perfect, that'll do. Democracy. I think it's because we're actually building the space project before we've got to democracy, which is very rare. Typically that doesn't happen. Now we've got 7 cities scattered around just without housing. Very, very odd. Got to go and find them and give them the housing they so desperately require. Like this city, for instance, there's a sewer, and suffrage has ended up getting boosted at the same time. I've just managed to get a water park into my Earth satellite city, so that combined with democracy should make a huge difference. Actually, you can see my production's finally gone to 100 for the first time, and I've got 14 from outgoing trade routes. I feel like I can do better. I could do better from that city. I just need more trade routes. I don't remember the legends that had King Arthur being killed by a bomber, but there we go. That's how it happened, apparently. Just pillaging a little bit more. Oh, goodness me, that's a good helicopter. I need to start pillaging more stuff with it. In fact, I saw a theatre square or 2 around here. That would be... Culture, I think, is the biggest problem for me at the moment. Hello. That loyalty was a bit of a hit for me. I don't want to give that city up that quickly. Victor might have to come in, and actually Liang have to get there. Minus 23 still. Oh. Hang on, let's have a look at this. Nearby Great Works minus 3. Okay, good. Eleanor doesn't have that many. I was worried that she'd actually managed to pick up hundreds of the things for some reason. Just looking at Iberia, it's actually amazing how like Portugal has actually managed to settle. Spain have really clogged up the mainland quite well, and yeah, it's worked. Like, I'm really impressed. You gotta love it. Very cool. Alright, Dido, come on. It must be time for peace now. 381 gold per... Oh, for goodness sake. The deals I'm being offered today are just ridiculous. Right, come on, we'll get some jet bombers. That'll help to speed the world up a little bit. Make it see my point of view a little quicker. Don't you think? I have a feeling this random little spot might be a city. It might be quite a potently high city, given the loyalty pressure that's sort of hitting me at the moment. Hippolyta... And oh yeah, oh my goodness, like I'm having tons of heroes being thrown at me at the moment. That is quite something. 2 turns in this helicopter, right? You've got to go and steal this city quickly. That's an 11 pop. Right, there we go. I knew there would be a high population hub somewhere. We have to take this city super quickly. and I don't have really the bomber capacity in the area to do that. So we need a little bit more flat land in order to put my military engineers on. Hang on, I think I've cleared some there. Providing my military engineers can cross the river, which is saying something. They may not be able to very easily. Can I do that? Has that got the movement to do that? Nope. No, it does not. Okay, fine. So, I can't build an aerodrome there on this turn. I'm just trying to work out what else I can do. Very little. Okay, I've got this bomber. Can you get a bit closer? No, it can't really edge closer. So I've got 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3 on Ruin next turn. I feel like that's not enough. It's unfortunately not enough. Ferris wheel in Castel. Need to get an aquarium in there in a second, but again, it keeps trying to go down from +3. There's no more luxuries to remove, so that must be a good +3 city now. Look, 2 ecstatic cities though. I'm so glad my capital got there. My capital's just been a bit rubbish this game, admittedly. I haven't really done much with it. Rome is not so good. But finally, most importantly, now is the time. Now is the time to declare war on the Ottomans. I need the Alhambra. I'm sorry old friends, but this time was always coming. I need the Alhambra. I need that policy card. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in theocracy, which is ridiculous, but I reckon I can get much higher than that. So in an exciting development, look, there it is in Sterling, the Potato Palace. So that's the second of the wonders that we are doing, but more worryingly, Portugal has started to build Big Ben. Now I can guarantee they will be building it faster than me, even though it looks like they're significantly behind where I am at the moment, so to keep an eye on. But it looks like a foray into Scotland is required as well as the Ottomans. Still, no luck on the Forbidden City. It's going to be somewhere in the vast nothingness of somewhere that I haven't seen yet, but I think we'll find it. We're only a few turns now away from putting a little space eye into the sky and we'll see everything. It'll all be revealed at that point. Military emergency, come now, stop throwing these things at me. You've seen that the world is against me, right? Everyone's at war with me. I mean, admittedly, if Egypt, the Netherlands go to war with me, or Germany's just declared, oh, that is a bit annoying. That is a little bit annoying, because I was actually kind of ignoring them a little bit. But look, there's democracy. Huzzah! Look at all the extra policy slots we've got. It's lovely. So, more importantly, we've got another diplomacy slot, which is just ridiculous. I think colonial officers to get the extra loyalty is going to be a wonderful thing. You have to go for New Deal. Look, that's 46 amenities across my empire. That's going to massively help to push some of my bigger cities. 2 per city if it's got 3 districts, which is most of my big cities, so that's awesome. We've got 5-year plan, public works, liberalism, trade confederation. I think that's a good option set for now. I'm just trying to work out what the best things to do otherwise would be. Economic union? That would give me harbour adjacency and commercial adjacency, so I'd get more culture from my unique Owls of Minerva vaults, what are they called? Gilded vaults, and then my shipyards would also give me more production. I like having an economic union. I feel like the EU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards so far. 12 cards so far, but that's not it. I feel like we have a lot more to go. A lot more to go. Now, next up, professional sports and the Estadio, the most important thing you'll ever build in a game. God, that wonder's good. Oh yeah, look, 6 ecstatic cities. More importantly, is this city ecstatic? It is just. Oh yes, that is handy. Still doing my best to make temples and then stupas, because again, the amenities it gives are amazing when they all add up. I've probably got about 20 stupas now. In fact, actually, I say that. I don't know how many I've got. Let's have a search and see how many I've got. 16! Okay, that's slightly underwhelming. But I've got 16, which means that's 16 more amenities coming through. I like that. How many, in fact, actually, how many districts have I got then? I imagine it'll be similar. DSCs. How do I, who knows? Right, 26 of those. Okay, so that'll be like, yeah, 50 amenities between them all. Pretty cool. This is the most annoying thing about attacking Eleanor of Aquitaine. This city's gonna immediately flip back to her. Oh no! Oh, field cannon just killed my helicopter. That was a pillaging helicopter and everything. Couldn't get it back in time. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna lose this city. But what I'm gonna do is sort of take my time a little bit and do it in chunks. So I can take like, yeah, look, see, look, it's so annoying. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and take all the cities at once. That is the idea anyway. Jet bombers though, all round, get into my nation. Perfect. Actually, I could just make it easier for myself and just start raising the cities. I don't do that often enough. If I just carve some space out, it'll be easier to hold on to the ones that do matter. I'm going to have to say goodbye to my precious galley and warrior. Between the two of them, they've pillaged well over, I would say, 7,000 to 8,000 gold. But alas, they're finally going to get hunted down. Never mind. They were brave. They were powerful. They were wicked. Well, hey, the neutralized governor mission worked. And Giovanni isn't even promoted. Look at that. Ha ha. Oh, every now and then you get a result that's like, I needed that. That's good. That's really handy. Yes. Scientist, Nobel. No, I'm going to pass and just hope that I pick up somebody who gives rainforest in Europe. Yeah, again, not the best one for this particular map, but I'm going to hope, no, pray that we can get somebody that gives more rocketry bonus or like somebody that gives some sort of spaceport bonus, something like that. That'd be cool. That would be awesome. Luckily for me, I now have my jet bombers in place and they are going to start to do some colossal damage against the Ottomans, which is quite exciting. I'm just doing, again, lots of pillaging, building up a bit of a gold supply because you never know when gold is going to come in handy. I'm just killing units where I can as well. God, the jet bomber range is so much handier. I always forget just how brilliant it is. I built St. Basil's Cathedral. Again, at some point. I'm not entirely sure when I built it, but I did. I do have a few relics that I bought over the turns, and actually getting extra religious tourism from the city helps a little bit in the sense that it gives me no benefit whatsoever. So the most useful sort of helping. I don't know why I built that. This is what happens when I sort of go on autopilot. I guess I got more tourism though. 56 tourism, oh my lord, that's pretty effective. Constantinople is mine. There's absolutely no way I'm going to keep it. I could liberate it. Hell yeah, let's liberate it. Then it's Byzantium's problem. Haha. They're going to be so conflicted. So conflicted. They like me minus 50, but they're like, well, they did liberate my capital. So I guess I have to like them now? So you can just about see the wooden clock face in Portugal's Big Ben, but mine, I believe, was looking a little bit tastier. Yeah, I'm building up the base. There's a roof on it. I think I'm ahead. I think I'm ahead. Am I ahead? Please tell me I'm ahead. Yeah, there's no roof on Portugal's one just yet that I can see. Winning, isn't it? Don't think. Yeah, and the base of their buildings is a lot less than the base of mine. Yeah, I think I'm winning. I'm pretty sure I'm winning. Why do I feel so insecure about that? I don't know. Professional sports is done. That gives the ability to build the Estadio. Oh, it's going to be such a good pickup for me. But first of all, we go to this city. The aquarium gives +1 amenity to all cities around it. That's good. And the aquatic center, 9 tiles, 3 amenities. Wabam. This is going to be just lovely. We have currently 5 ecstatic cities, but just wait until this sort of kicks in. The Ottomans are standing literally no chance right now. I'm bombing them to smithereens. They can't get anywhere near me, which is quite entertaining. I'm just going to leave this unit by there. The helicopter will come in next turn on that city. We can bring the destroyer up to there. Hercules can come to here as well. So what I want to do is, again, take a chunk of cities in one go. I don't want to have to mess around with loyalty. It's like either I have them all or I have none of them. There we go. There's no ranged attacks on that. So we can take 1, 2, 3 in one go and then make landing and then go for Konya, Bursa, Adana, pick up that delicious, delicious wonder. You know what? The galley actually managed to escape and it's still plundering things. What a legend. Amazing. Yeah, now that that's sorted itself out, there were 10 ecstatic cities. Giant's Causeway, Gobistan, Launch, Earth, Satellite. Let's have a look at the mess that is this map. And Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, we've only just met him. I love that. Where were you hiding? Where were you hiding? Over here. Oh, your empire's tiny. Oh, I love it. Look how bad their capital is. Blocked in by the rivers here. Oh, I love that. Yeah, they really don't do very well with this map. And look at this. They just spam their unique ziggurat everywhere. For that, I'm going to have to declare friendship with you. Oh, I love it. In fact, they can actually bankroll me a little bit. Look, Egypt's still trading with me. Egypt does not mind being the pariah state. Incidentally, I don't mind being the piranha state, but that is very different. I would not make it under any circumstances. Have I really not got any space? No, I don't. Crazy. Anyway, there's Gilgamesh. Right. As you can see, Poland is just merrily chugging along the top, doing very well for itself. Scythia having a bit of a silent game. Georgia just has the space up here, so they've settled very nicely and they have taken over this area. I would say Georgia's probably doing the best. Arabia have settled quite a lot, but it is all desert, so it's unlikely to be very productive use of, well, anything really. I mean, look at this. Gaza. I like the fact the river is down here, and look at this. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good, the Gulf of Aden, but it's all floodplain and it's all desert. Man, they would struggle to do anything. France never unified. Imagine if France had been able to unify, and England never really got around the ground. Eleanor of Aquitaine is so deadly in the hands of the player and so rubbish in the hands of the AI. It's always such a shame, but Spain is doing pretty well as well. I think that kind of backs up what the score will be saying. Yeah, Tamir, Spain, Tamiris, Jadwiga, those are the 4 best. I am still on 64 techs versus 46, so I have now gone almost 20 techs ahead. I'm 18 techs ahead of the pack now, which is pretty funny. But more importantly, I can now look the Forbidden City. Where have you gone? It's not a city that should be forbidden from me. Where is it? Oh, it's in Persia and it's ages away from everything else. Okay. Well, that's my fault really, isn't it? It's my fault for not getting it earlier. Okay. It's what it is. I'm gonna have to go and get it, aren't I? Oh dear. Fine. Jet bombers. This city can build them every 4 turns. We're gonna have to just get more. We're just gonna have to keep on warring. So I think actually giant death ribbits. That's what we're going to need to stomp across the nation. So we've got 1 wonder is over in Scotland, 1 is over in Persia. Yep, it's that sort of game. I'm just checking to see if anyone else is building Big Ben, because if there is a third. There is a third, and that's looking reasonably complete. Not as complete as mine, but that is in Carthage, which is a very fast growing city. Luckily, if that did fall, that would be easy enough to get. Actually, I'm wondering if Dido is probably the way to attack this. I could go through her empire a lot quicker than my own. Right, Hercules, land quickly, kill, city. Yes, good Hercules, very good. We'll just go to here, kill and attack and take. Excellent. We'll go and take the same thing there. So there's all 3 cities just taken. It's that sort of like, you know, I like to do it in sort of packs. Why did you go over that island? Oh, for goodness sake. Always does that. It's the auto movement. Never trust the auto movement. It always wants to get you. There's always a little part of me that's always very excited when you see the AI with military engineers, because you're like, oh, have they been building railroads? Have they finally learnt their lesson? The best thing in Civ is railroads. Hopefully so. Is this in Bursa? Okay, yeah, Bursa is the city I want to take. It's time. The Maracana. Put it in the capital. Capital has no production whatsoever. Ugh, fine. Okay, we're going to have to put some more trade routes there, I think. No, my galley finally died. It was killed by a frigate. It was still pillaging. At the time of its destruction, it was still filling its pockets deep with ill-gotten gains. I loved it. You'll always be a friend and ally. Yes, I know, Gilgamesh. I'm the best. That's what you need to remember. Better than all the rest. Is this city one of Byzantium's? If it is, yeah, I'm just going to rebuild Byzantium. Why not? It's actually quite fun doing that. Konya is mine, which means I can now move in on Bursa. Okay, this time I can take 2 cities from Eleanor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it out and see what happens. 1 city with the helicopter, 2 with the tank. What's the loyalty like? 5 turns, 2 turns. So chances of me keeping these cities are pretty slim still. So do I keep them or do I raise them? I think we're going to raise them. France will disappear from the map. That's my aim. Big Ben is being built up its clock face now. What's this one looking like? If we have a look. Where has it gone? Here it is. Oh, it's not far off that. That is not far off. Oh, it's a good thing we sent a couple of traders to rush this through. 78 production. Yeah. I mean, as I say, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world if we don't get it, but it's just, it's just edging along, isn't it? Right, Hercules is going to take Adana. And now it's Bursa. Bursa is the next city, and I think I should have enough air support to take Bursa out pretty soon. Although saying that, my first plane was out of range, which is always a really good start. It's got 85 strength, which is a little bit more than I'm used to, but I think with about 3 or 4 bombers, we should be able to clear the city walls pretty much to 0. And with that, the Alhambra is mine. And that gives me, I believe, a military policy slot. So, here we go. Oh yes, that is a thick, thick democracy. We like it. That's amazing. Wars of Religion. Actually, I'm going to take Wars of Religion. That'll help my combat quite a lot because I have a different religion to everyone else in the game. Because I'm unique. Yay! They always said I was special, and I've proven it now with my religion. I'm being attacked with a winged hussar. You see it so rarely. Oh, it lasted all of about 5 seconds, but whilst it lasted, I loved it. Halep is now taken. So we've basically pushed through the Ottomans, and we're going to sort of hit out the outside. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight through here, through Dido's cities, and see if we can go after Forbidden City. It feels like it's in range. It's a long way away, but we can get there. If anyone can get there, it's us. We've got this. Finally start pillaging some culture. I've been meaning to do this for a long time now. Okay, that got me like a turn and a half. I'm now rushing through to the tier 4 government. I really want a tier 4 government because I just don't feel like I have enough policy slots. I mean, I'm sure you all understand this. It's really difficult sometimes. There it is. Big Ben, an economic policy slot. We did it. Oh, I was literally, Dido was probably like a couple turns at the very most away from finishing this. But we did it. We got Big Ben. I'd spent all my gold the turn before because I totally forgot. So that was a bit of a mistake. But never mind. There it is. Look at it. It's so good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 policy slots so far. Oh, we're not done yet. We are not done. We are getting there with the Ottomans now. It's another 2 cities have just taken. Pushing through. 2 more to go. I've got the bomb force. The squadron are ready to go. The mission is being carried out. The sort of danger zone is being played loudly in the background for some reason. No one's entirely sure why. It just seems like a sort of chest beaty thing. But it is. It's there. And actually, oh, Huey. That makes all my lakes better. Nice. If there's one thing this game needed, it was better lake tiles. I strongly approve. Just looking, there are so many ley lines around the land that Dido has settled on. It's really cool. Man, I need to go Hermetic Order more often. It's by far the worst of all of the secret societies just because it's so random. But when you do it, it's a lot of fun. Robotics, giant death, robots. Nice. I'm going to stop making planes after this one and we're going to start building them. 8 turns. Quite a lot actually. I might have to get the moon landing involved first. I haven't seen any great people that do that just yet. Nimitz, yes, that's good. I'm looking out for Grace. She normally comes late stages of the game and normally is very, very good. There's market economy. That replaces trade confederations. I'm going to get rid of that before it tells me off because you think like, oh, I can get both cards. Never gives you both cards. Always just has a problem the turn after. So we've got amenities. It's all good. Skyscrapers is fantastic. I'm just trying to think about the next step of what I want to achieve. It's all about getting giant death robots out fast, about keeping my war going really well as well. I could be building planes faster. I haven't unlocked that card just yet, but that is something to think about later. Alright, that's what I was going to do. It was... or is it laissez-faire? No, it's not laissez-faire. I meant to go down the other. I just got capitalism, and I think I wanted to go for the nuclear one, where it gives me the better policy slot. I'll put economic union there. The one I was after, if I go into this menu, was nuclear program science foundations, because I have so many universities and research labs and factories and power plants now that works really well for me. I believe that is the Ottomans out of the game. Huzzah! You were such a good ally. I feel bad about doing that. Not bad enough to not do it, but I do feel a little bad. Never mind. We'll just have to push on anyway. And now we can start attacking Carthage's cities. First one already taken. I could liberate it back to the Ottomans, but I'm not going to because that would be silly. I think I'm going to risk something and I'm going to try and take Marseille. It should hopefully go. Yep, there we go. It worked. That's great. And we can use my modern armor to take this city. Oh no, I'm going to use the mechanized inventory as well. So, again, we'll look at the loyalty of both. -10, so it's 5 turns and 4 turns. Hey, that'll do. Okay, this is a much better base. These two high population cities, I will just retain these for now. Actually, I can settle back down in this area that I vacated in Philadelphia. Again, I'm pretty sure that's not where Philadelphia is, but never mind. Again, as previously mentioned, I'm so sorry, but as a scientist, I reject you. Pass. I'm going to see if we can get somebody else. Might have to just wait for Germany to catch up. 64 points per turn and Georgia 54 points per turn. Germany and Georgia. If you start with a G, my word, you're having a game. Did really, like, hang on, where are Germany making these points from? I guess they do have a bunch of campuses. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The AI, the German AI tends to do really well because they have enough district capacity to get away with the sort of blob of cities the AI tends to put down. Like, all of these within 4 tiles of another city, whereas when I settle my cities, I try... Actually, look, they're all going to be 4 tiles away from each other now, just to prove the antithesis of the point I'm making. But, like, here is better. I try and put a little bit of space down. I need to get better at actually thinking, what am I doing with the cities? If I'm playing a science game, shove them in, because it doesn't really matter. If you're playing a culture game, you're going to have the culture to really spread the borders out, so you might as well go for slightly bigger cities. That's why going for theatre squares tends to work really, really well for general games. I preach this a lot, but then, then forget about it and don't follow my own advice. Oh, look at all these resources. Wouldn't it be better if we actually had someone to trade with, What do the 3 people want? Oh, look. They'll give me all their money. Oh, sod it. I'm not even going to look at the details. It's fine. I tend not to build sewers in my cities unless I need them. Unless I've got a housing problem. They cost 2 production or 2 gold per turn. They don't give you any yields. I like, a lot of people watch my videos and go, why haven't you put the sewers down? Why do you never put the sewers down? And it's like, well, actually, that's kind of why. I don't know why I'm using my faith. There's no point putting them down into all the pointless cities. I might as well save my faith to buy units with. Now, this is an interesting one. I can't get my mechanized inventory down to Toulouse, even though I have tons and tons of movement. So, here we go. It's the battle railway. Da-da-da-da-da. Build the railway everywhere. Can I get down now? Yes, I can. You bet I can. Look at that. The battle railway. Saving the day once again. 2 lose. Haha. No. 1 lose. Uranium. No. My uranium. Anuk. More like Bunuk. I'm gonna stop. This has gone too far now. Too far. Ooh, what a round! What a round! I just disrupt. Well, somebody was trying to disrupt rocketry and also neutralize Pingala in the same turn, and I blocked them both. That's right, both of them. Love it. Well, I don't think that promotion's any better, but we'll see if we can get the other one to get promoted a little better. Polygraph. There we go. If in home territory, enemy spies in your lands operate 1 level below usual. That's a good one. As they say, that's a bingo. Also, advanced power cells, you say, for giant death ribbits. I'm looking forward to this a lot already. Hang on. Marseille, treat yourself. Why don't you to a giant death robot? Oh, yes. This one should be called The Popemobile. If you've never seen The Popemobile, I would strongly advise you Google it right now. It is possibly the best creation on wheels, I think, ever. I'm pretty sure there's never been a better one. It's just wonderful. It's just terrible and wonderful. It's sort of like this really, really tall car that's been designed so that the Pope can sort of be, transported, but also can wave at people. And, like, it's just nonsense, and I love it. Oh my god, a machine gun just took half the walls off that city. Hello. This may not take as long as I feared it might. Tesla, you say? Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Alto. Oh, he's not what I want. I wanted Goddard, but that's okay. Tesla, what is he going to do? Districts, regional buildings provide 2 production. Well, I'll just shove it in here because this is where I'm building the giant death ribbits. Science foundations, universities, giving me extra points, as do research labs, as do factories, as do power plants. Get in there. Everyone get in there. Just now pushing into Cyprus. We're going through quite a few of Carthage's cities without really kind of wanting any of them. We're just sort of here Like, can we come through? Thank you. I can never pronounce this city. LPQY. That is a mouthful. I like it. Who needs vowels, eh? No need for vowels in this day and age. We live in a post-vowel world. That's what I've been telling anybody that's listened to me for the last sort of 7 years. We ascended beyond the need for the letters A, E, I, O, and U. Oh no, England has brought its navy to bear against my helicopter. Like, mechanics of that aside, that's a cool visage. I don't know what ships of the line are supposed to do against helicopter fleets, but you can just imagine them sort of sailing along with the helicopters on the horizon being like, it's something firing at us. Like, should we stop flying directly broadside to these ships of the line? Do you think that would help? And they're like, nah, let's just keep going, it's fine. Byblos' walls are down, and I should be able to take the city. There we go. This helicopter can move in. Helicopters make attacks so much easier. I just can't tell you how much easier this is with helicopters. In you go to Carthage. Come on. There you go. Lovely. And then through we come. Everyone just keep edging forward. I say edging. We've sort of gone up pretty much the entirety of Turkey in about 3 turns. Yeah. Not so much edging as sort of very drastically charging in one direction. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Devil X, Doughboy91, Skeptical Bear, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Nim, and Emir EC. Thank you for all of your support, as well as everybody who interacts with the channel and helps me to defeat the algorithm. Good for you, good for me, see you all later.